Hello my lovelies and welcome to my channel. My name is Jenny. Thank you for joining me here today. And if you've been here before, you know this is something new for me. Let's talk about this before we even get into anything else. You see these barrettes? Aren't they adorable? I got these from my friend Maya. She sold them in her store, Look Up Lashes. And this is the first time I've worn barrettes since I was a kid because my hair has gotten long during this crisis that the world's in. So like, since I'm looking 12, I look like a 12-year-old with wrinkles. So instead of being 50, almost 2, I look 12. But then I have wrinkles and gray hair. So I wonder if I'm like, you know, the Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Have you guys seen that movie? So am I going to start going backwards? So like a year from now when you see me, am I going to be like holding a blankie and sucking my fingers? I do have a fascination with blankets. And I like to play, but with makeup. So let's do that. Let's play with some makeup. Okay, so I am going to review and do first impressions. We've already I've shown these to you in my haul video, but I haven't tried them yet. We are going to be looking at the ColourPop collection that just came out that was released through Ulta. And I got it all here for you, and I have something else to talk about with that. Okay, so when I ordered it, I went on, I don't know if you've heard the story, so I'm going to tell you, like right now, after I adjust my damn camera that keeps falling. Okay, so that morning that it was released through Ulta, I tried to find it and I couldn't find it. And I literally went on like right after it was released, like within the first 2 minutes that it was released. And I couldn't find the palettes. I found one, but I couldn't find the other one. And I'm like, why can't I find it? And the first one I found said it was sold out. And I'm like, well, daggone, that was fast. It's just like when you go to a ColourPop, you know, online, when everything sells out really fast. I was like, crap. So then I went back to Instagram and I was talking to people and they said, well, you need to look up an Atom instead of the All Things Equinox. And I said, okay. So I went on and I found it. So I went ahead and ordered it, and I ordered the blushes, I think, and 2 lip glosses, and then got that ordered. And then like an hour or so, maybe later, maybe 2 hours later, so I don't even remember now, I went back on and I was looking at Trend Mood on her page, which you need to check her out. If you haven't checked her out, she like shows releases that are upcoming, and that's probably why I spend so much money. But anyway, she had him on there, and I thought, well, people were posting, I just ordered it. I'm like, well, how can you just order it? I was on there hours ago and they weren't left. And they said follow her link. So I went to her page and I followed her link and I found both of them. But they were called the All Things Equinox, and she got Solstice. So I thought, okay, maybe I ordered something different. So I went ahead and ordered that, and I ordered some other lip glosses. I thought, okay. So then after I ordered them, I looked at the stock numbers, and they were the same thing. So somehow, Ulta or ColourPop, I'm not sure which one, I think this is a little shady here, had the same palettes listed as 2 different names. One was sold out, and one was named Up and Atom on their website. They had the same actual SKU numbers, the same stock number, but they were the different name. But when I got them in, and I got them in at 2 different times, I got them in a day apart, they had the same exact name. Kind of weird. Okay, that's the first weird thing. The second weird thing was after I did my unboxings, and I told you that I was going to check out the glosses to take a look at them to see whether I had any. So I ordered 3 glosses. I think there were 5, and I just didn't like the other colors. So I got in these 3 colors: Overnight, Tied Up, and Staying Up. These are the 3 colors that were in this collection. And I thought, you know, a couple of those look kind of familiar to me. They were. So I got this collection right here back when it was released earlier this year. And as you can tell, 2 are missing. Tied Up and Overnight. They're the same colors. The only thing they did was change packaging, and I'm going to show you in one that I actually have here, the Staying Up. I'm going to show you the difference. Another shady thing that I'm just wondering. Okay, so you see the difference in the packaging? The other Luxe has the gold writing, and then the new one has the white. Other than that, they're the same colors. So yeah. So what does that mean to you guys? It means a giveaway. So, welcome to May. I'm filming this on the 30th, but I will be putting it on May 1st because today I'm going to do this video and then I'm going to be doing my glossy box. I got my first ever glossy box in, so you're going to see that video first. So we are going to be doing a surprise giveaway. And in this giveaway, I am going to be giving away the All Things Equinox and the 2 Luxe glosses. This is actually the smallest giveaway I've ever done. I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I'm used to putting so much more in it, but this is actually a little giveaway. So in this giveaway are going to be these 3 items. What do you have to do? What do you have to do? What do you know? Same thing you always have to do. You have to subscribe to my channel. You have to follow me on Instagram, and you have to leave in the comment section below what your Instagram handle is. If you do not have Instagram, because I know a few of you don't, Angie, I know you don't, you have to leave me another way to contact you, whether it's through email, whether it's through another, like if you have Twitter or if you have Snapchat, or whether you have, I'm on TikTok now, which I hardly ever get on, but if you have it, anything other way to contact you. And there's going to be another little stipulation that I'm going to throw in. Since it is my first giveaway for May, you have to watch the rest of the video. Somewhere in this video, I'm going to put a little clue of something you have to do to win this giveaway. But we're gonna have to watch the video. It's not going to be in writing, and it's not going to be something else that you can. But you might be able to guess it by watching somebody else. I don't know, but we're gonna see. But we're gonna play. I'm gonna try to make this as quick as I can because my freaking videos are so long. But I will show you that I'm gonna swatch these, and we'll do that first since since that's kind of weird. We'll get that out of the way. So let me do that first. That way I can get them put up. Okay, so the first 2 colors in the giveaway are going to be Overnight and Tied Up. Tied Up is the darkest, and that's this color here. And I'm going to swatch that on my hand for you guys. And then the other one, the Overnight, is going to be the lighter color, which is like the corally kind of color. And I've worn these before. They are a gloss, so they're not, like completely dark on the lip. But that's the Overnight, and that's the Tied Up. So that gives you an idea what they look like. And then the third color, which is really pretty, is the Staying Up. And I'm going to put that on the bottom, which is like really similar to the other color. But those are the 3 colors that's in this collection. I think they're really, really stunning colors. I really do. They're beautiful colors. And I didn't know that I was going to be filming this part of the video today. I didn't know I was going to be filming any videos because I filmed, how many do I have up this week so far? 6? Something like that? I don't even know. And we're blue, and these colors in this collection are not blue. But, I don't care. It is what it is. Okay. So, like I said, I didn't like the other color that was in this collection, in the lip color, so I didn't get it. All right, I'm going to throw that box away because I am keeping that. And this collection came with 2 different blushes, and I don't know if I like the blushes. I really don't know. But I've already swatched them. I've already touched them. So, if I don't like them, The first one to me looks like a bronzer, and I've heard other people say the same thing, and it's called Meteorite. But to me, that looks like a bronzer. It does not look like a blush. And I am going to test that theory out because I already have some bronzer on, as you can tell. But I'm going to take my little bronzer brush, which is one I have from Juno, just a little small one. I'm going to put that like where I would a bronzer. Let me just put like a little bit here. Yeah, see? That's a bronzer. If you're darker complected, maybe. It's a kind of a peachy color, but to me that's a bronzer. That's not a blush. I'm sorry. I'll keep it as a bronzer because that's a bronzer. That is not a blush. I don't know. To me it's not. It's more of a bronzer. Like I said, if you're darker complected, maybe, but then again, it might not even show up because it's just that light. And I'll show you. I'll swatch it. Let me swatch it over here in case I have that left. And I'm very fair complected. I have vitiligo, which you see like on parts of my body. So that's me on a very, very white skin because I have no pigmentation on my hands left at all. And look how pale that is. I'm just, speaking of skin, I gotta tell you this. You guys are gonna laugh at me so hard. So in my Sephora video, you saw where I got in my samples, and I was talking about the Urban Decay Naked that they sent me instead of the Pat McGrath. Well, I'll try this today. Not paying attention. What does this say? What's that say? What's that say? It says concealer. Oh, that was foundation. So I have concealer all over my face. And I had to mix, because they don't give you nothing in these things. Even if it was foundation. I mixed all 3 of these colors and then used this as the concealer. So I used all 3 of those on my face. It is what it is, right? I don't care. And then I used a tiny bit of this because I didn't have anything left to try to cover a little pimple. But I mean, it went on okay, but it's really cakey under my eyes. So I don't like it as a concealer, so that's something I'm not going to be buying. All right, and this is the actual blush. And this one is called Interstellar. And it's pretty, but if you look at it like on my hand, my finger, it's barely there. We'll see how it does on the actual face. Okay, guys. So let's get in these palettes. The All Things Equinox palette. They say they're all pressed, it's all pressed powders. And this is what it looks like. I think it's really pretty. It's a very neutral looking palette. If you look at, let's compare it to the Too Faced one that I got yesterday. Because that was, you know, a very neutral palette. So, I mean, obviously it's not the same colors, but I mean, they're neutral looking, kind of, you know what I mean? And then she's got Solstice palette. And like I said, this is also called Up and Atom. So if you guys have the Up and Atom, let me know whether, you know, you bought it as Up and Atom. And this one says it's also pressed powder, but it actually has a pressed glitter. That is a pressed glitter. I am sorry, but that's glitter. That is not. That's glitter. And if you put it on your hands, it's glitter. That is a pressed glitter. I don't care what they say on this package. There it goes. But that's glitter. And I can't wear glitters. And that's, you know, that's unfortunate. I mean, you can see, look at the way it's coming off. Like, it's like flaking off. That's unfortunate because you're not supposed to wear, even though people do, I mean, that's what people do, wear glitters on the eyes. But, like in my case, if I did not know, if this is my first time ever wearing anything, and I put that on my eyes, and that got in my eyes, see the way it's on my hand? Can you tell the way it's doing on my hand? Yeah, that would not be a good thing, because I would have major reaction to that, and my eyes would be swollen for a couple days. The only ones I don't have as much problem with is the Toddy palette, and I still have problems with it. Just not as bad as I do the ColourPops. ColourPops are horrible, like on my eyes. Like ColourPops and the Glam Light are like really bad on me. After that, I don't try them ever again. But you know, when I get palettes like from ColourPop, because I just love their palettes. I mean, they're very inexpensive. What are they, like 12? I think they're 12. I like to mix them up because I like the colors so much. So that way we can give this a fair shake. I am going to use a little of both so we can get an idea of how they both perform and what the color looks like. Okay, and there is going to be like a clip. I'm going to put both of these together because my new settings on this only allow so many minutes, so you'll see this cut together. And I will be using my bling brushes as well as my Juno brushes for this video. And maybe my Moda, however you want to find it, because my package said Modir and my brushes said Moda. So I have no idea what they're called. This is a bling brush. Let's put down, I already have my P. Louise base down, by the way. And you guys have been asking about my brows. Let's do a quick little glimpse of that, because I haven't done a brow video because my brows are very weird. And like this one here, I'm just about putting my hair up, my brows, because I forgot to go back and powder them. So I forgot to reset them. My brows, since I don't have any brow hair, are just ridiculous. I use these two products from Benefit, the Precisely My Brow and Gimme Brow, I think. And they're both 3.5 are the colors. And what I do is I measure them from here. I push in my nose, measure them here, out here, out here. And I start with this one, and I kind of just make a mark, and then I start like this, and then I bring it like this, and just kind of go like this on both sides. And then I use this pencil here, which is more of a pokey one, I don't know, and then I kind of just go like this, like that on both sides. And then I do the bottom. If I mess the bottom up, it's not that big of a deal because I do cut it out with concealer, and I use this brush here from Morphe to cut it out with the concealer, and I just go on the bottom and cut that out. That's what I do. Okay. I think I'm going to try this pink color. I'm just going to use it like as a base, kind of. And that's that one right here. Forgive me for not looking at the names because I can't see without my glasses on. And I'm showing it to you all so you can see the names. I got my little mirror. This mirror, I talk about this mirror. And I'm going to show it to you. And I got all my stuff kind of sitting there that I'm going to use, so forgive that. It's the Juno Mirror. This is kind of what it looks like. I have a white one and a rose. And this comes off. It's a magnifying mirror that comes off. And it has a light you push on the side, and it lights up around it. And it has a little tray. And the lights are like daytime lights, camera lights, and it has different phases of those lights. And it tilts down and it becomes a night light. So it's really cool. I just don't use the lights on it very much because I have the light on here. Alright, I'm going to go over here and do this one so you can see it better. Alright. See, I still have bangs, even with my little barrettes. My little 12-year-old barrettes, but they are blinged, which, you know, doesn't make them 12-year-old barrettes. I'm going to try to do this quick, like I said. Keep an eye on my timing. Because I do have the other video to film. It is raining like cats, dogs, elephants, monkeys, chimpanzees, giraffes, zebras. Oh, speaking of animals. Oh, guys, this is so exciting. So last night I went downstairs to check on my critters. Well, my husband came and got me. He's like, you need to come down here. And I said, why? He's like, just come down here. And before I even got down the bottom of the stairs, he's like, one of the geckos is in her lay box. And she's buried. And I said, she is? And he's like, yeah. And he's been telling me they've been in their boxes digging and stuff. And I guess they've been trying to get ready to get their spots for, to lay their eggs. You can see it's laying down really pretty. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. So you can see what I'm doing. And I said, really? And he's like, yeah, she's in her box. And that morning when I looked, she had actually had like a hole dug into her lay box. And geckos lay 2 eggs, really tiny little eggs, and it's getting ready to cut off. I'm going to cut it off myself and come right back. Be right back. Okay, I just kept cutting on and off. So geckos lay 2 eggs, and they lay every 2 weeks for a few months. They lay up to 11 to 12, because sometimes they only lay 1 as their last egg. So she laid her first 2 eggs that last night. She was in there like last night for the longest time, and it's so cute because I put the male in there for like 3 weeks, then I take him out and I put him back in for like a week or so. And he was like on top of her box, because what it is like a little Gladware. It's about that big and about that deep, and you put like earth soil kind of in it, like it's like organic, and you put it in there, and she digs and she lays. I wish I got a picture of it in there. And she lays down in there, and then she lays her eggs, and the male sits on top because you cut a hole in the top, and he sits on top and watches her like he's protecting her, and it's the most adorable thing. She laid her 2 little eggs this morning, and I've got them in the incubator, and I posted pictures on Instagram, so you can go check that out. But that's exciting. And then I have 1 snake that's in her lay box, and the other one is going into her shed cycle. It's called a pre-lay shed. So she'll be laying eggs. So I'll have snake eggs and gecko eggs in the incubator. It's cool. Alright, that color's laying down really pretty. No problem at all with that matte color. Alright, I don't know if I want to do any shimmers, because I always do shimmers. You know, I don't know if I'm going to. I might just do all mattes today. What do you guys think? I think I will do all mattes. I'm actually going to use this bling brush. And I'm going to lay down this color right here from the other palette. Don't know where I'll put it. I think I'll put it right here. I'm going to be completely different out of my element than what I usually do. One of these days I'm going to try a cut crease. I tried it before and never did very good with it, but that was like, I don't know, 6 months ago. And if you look back on those videos, I mean, you better not. They weren't good. They weren't good at all. I feel like I'm like really looking down. Let me do this. Yeah, they weren't very good ones. So my next video, my glossy box. Does anybody out there get glossy box? This is my first time getting it, and I was watching a video this morning. I watched 2 videos, and I didn't really like what I saw. I watched one a couple weeks ago, and I liked what I saw. But then I was watching this morning's video. Okay, these are 2 different palettes, but the color looks almost the same. Even though they don't look anything the same here, when I put it on, they look the same. You see that? Okay, look. So I have this color and this color that look nothing alike, but they're going on the same on the eye. I don't know. I'm not too sure about that. But anyway, I'm gonna use this color right here now. They just, I don't know, the videos I saw today, one was from England, I guess, maybe. I don't know, England maybe. I'm not sure if she was from England or not. She had an English accent. It may have been even Australia. But no, she said pounds. But her box is completely different than the American one that I saw. But I didn't like it. I didn't like anything in it. So, you know, if I don't like anything in this box, it's going to be in a giveaway too. But it'll be like in a separate, you know, it'll be like in my monthly giveaway. We'll see. And if I don't like the box, I'll probably just cancel it. I don't know if I'll keep it. If I don't like anything in that box, then there's no sense in me trying it again, because I have enough, you know, more more subscription boxes. I don't know if it's such a good idea to pick that color. They're not very cohesive. Yeah, they're not very cohesive. But then again, there's a pink in that one, so I'm not getting fallout in the face. There's just a lot of kick up in the pan, but not on the face. That's okay. I really didn't want to have to use a shimmer, but I don't know. I don't know. It's not bad. Sophie. She's already licking her feet. Can you hear her licking her feet? Okay, so I really love ColourPop, you know I do, but I don't know if I like it. I don't know. Let me put some more on. Maybe I'm just not putting enough on. I might have to just layer it. It might have to be a little darker than I'm used to doing. Maybe that's what it is. I just have to layer it a little darker than normal. That could be what I have to do. It looks like it's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to not tap off so much, because you have to layer it. Because I usually don't put very much on the brush, because I don't like to put a whole lot on and then have a lot of fallout. So in this case, the first two colors I put on, I have to really layer it up to get much color payoff, because there's not a lot of color payoff there. I'm gonna swatch a couple just to kind of give you guys a look at them. I'm gonna do the top row on this one. I'm just gonna swatch them on my hand, not on my arms. I got lotion on my arms. I mean, they look really good on there. I might go ahead and put that shimmer on because I like that shimmer. I think I will. I can't not. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Take that back, scratch it. I'm gonna use that shimmer here. Now that I like. That I do. I do like that. Okay, I'm gonna use it as a highlight color. Forget the idea of the shimmer. I'm not gonna use the shimmer. I'm gonna use it up here. I'm just not even gonna use a shimmer. That's a perfect highlighting color, guys. I do like that a lot. So if I was to use a shimmer, that'd have been perfect. Yes. But see, I do like that. I do like that. It's just a matter of playing with it and see, you know, I guess what you like and, you know, how neutral. This is very neutral. It's a very neutral palette. It kind of reminds me of like the Blush Crush. I didn't get that palette. I was going to, but I had just gotten their big neutral palette. The Bare Necessities and whatever the other one was, I don't remember now. And I had just gotten those palettes, and those were pretty neutral, so I didn't want to get another neutral palette, so I didn't. And these aren't the best cohesive colors, but they're not bad, I guess. Not, you know, they're not horrible together, I guess. Not completely. I mean, I know I'm not the best at makeup, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people out there doing a hell of a lot better job than I am. That's for sure. I'm going to put this color right here on my lower lash line, using my Sigma brush. Let me see what brush this is, because I don't know a thing about these brushes. I'm going to put my glasses on. I'm going to get my little magnifying glass and see what brush this is. It's the E57. And this is very much like the other color I put on, just a little bit darker, but not much. Not much. Yeah, these colors are very similar. Very similar. They're not performing much different. Like, both palettes are kind of the same. I'm not seeing a whole lot of difference in them. I'm actually going to put that to the test. I'm going to use this color right here, which is the dark color in this palette, and I'm going to use that as like kind of like a liner color, just to see if it does work as a liner color. And it does not. It's not showing up. It's not showing up. All right, I'm just going to swatch them. Let's do some swatches. All right, I'm going to do the second row here on this one. And that's the second row. And then I'm going to do the third row. And that's going to be this finger here. And my thumb. And I'm getting blurry. And I don't know why. Okay, and then that last one in that palette. Yeah, they're not very pigmented. Usually ColourPop's pretty pigmented, and they're not very pigmented. And let's do the other. My dog's dreaming. I can hear her back there. All right, and let's do this one. We're going to just swatch across for you. And I'm going to go down to this one, and then I'm going to go to the center. Oh, the center one's pretty. All right, that's all the colors on the first row, and then that center one. This one here doesn't have much color to it, does it? This one's pretty. All right, let me wipe my fingers off on that. And I already did the pressed glitter, so I'm not going to do that again. And I'm going to go down here and do this one, and this one. And that's what those look like. So yeah, there's not much color payoff. The shimmer, the gold shimmer in this one, and then that first one of shimmer, they're pretty. I mean, they're really pretty. The shimmers are really pretty. So, you know, when I'm looking for a shimmer, then yeah, they're going to be pretty. Okay, I'm going to go off camera, and I'm going to finish with the eye, and then we'll come back and do the blush and see what that looks like. And then I'm going to try these glosses out for you. Shall I return, my lovelies? I'll be right back. Okay, my lovelies, I am back, and I'm going ahead and I started putting the blush on because I wanted to try to speed things up in the video some. So I'm going ahead and trying the blush. Just like the palettes, you do have to layer it, but it is pretty once you layer it. And for the highlight down my nose, I did use this color. It is really pretty. It's a very pretty highlighter color, and I use it right above my lips. And the only thing I have on my lips so far is I'm using my Thrive that I got in the other day, because I wanted, since I'm using a gloss, I wanted to have some other kind of color on my lip. What color is this? I forgot already. Let me tell you real quick. It is God, it's hell when you get old and you gotta use a magnifying glass to see crap. I used to clean for a little lady and she had a magnifying glass. It is the Gizelon. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. If it's your language, I'm sorry if I butchered that. Okay, so it is pretty once you layer it up. And I was worried about these colors on my eyes not being cohesive, but by the time you blush it up, it kind of does make it cohesive, doesn't it? I did have a couple of little pimple spots on my face. I was picking the other day, you know, because I'm an idiot. Talk about good skincare, turn around and pick my damn face. Alright, so that is pretty. And then for highlight, and I'll bring you in and show you everything here in a sec. I've got my, if my brain would work, I would tell you what I have. I have my, whoa, I just got really dizzy. See what happens when I dance? My highlighter from ColourPop, and it's like an all-body highlighter. I don't use it a whole lot because it's not intense, but since we're kind of looking like the soft look, my 12-year-old look with my little brats, and since they're blinged out, my little blingy, what do you call it? Paparazzi $5 earrings, and my little paparazzi $5 ring there. Then we're gonna do some light highlighting. And this is in the color soft pink. I think it is simple. Yeah, it's just called soft pink, and it's literally what it is. It's a soft pink. And I'm going to put a little bit of that here. I mean, it's still really pretty. It's just not like blinding, like, you know, the Pillow Talk color is in Ofra. But it's still really pretty, and it ties it all in. This eyebrow looks so much better than this one. Oh well. It is what it is. But I wanted to do all ColourPop. And I did use ColourPop mascara for my eyelashes today. This side over here, I'm still having trouble with, you know, that little group of lashes right there. So I kind of got to keep pushing it up. And then for the bottom, the trick that I used, I've talked about it in a couple other videos, is I took my my little switchblade, as I call it, and I ran it through the comb on the brush, and then I used it and put it in. I don't know if you guys have seen people do that. I've done that since I was probably 15, 16 years old. It allows you to get closer on the lash line, but you just gotta be really careful, especially if you use a metal one like I did. And for underneath, I did go back and add this color here in the middle, up here. And then, I just put my finger in it, gross. And then I did put on my Charlotte Tilbury liner on the top, a little bit on the bottom, and I did do a tight line underneath my upper lid. And then on my inside lower lash line, I used one of my Milani Gold. It's called, let me see what it's called here. It's discontinued anyway, but you can use any gold. It's just one of the gold lighter, and I tried putting it in my inner liner, but it kind of started tingling, itching a little bit, so I had to go back over it with my white that I use all the time. And then I did use my Grande Lip Plumper before I put on that liner, just to kind of get you up to speed. Okay, see, it's just like a real subtle highlight, so it's really pretty, since we're kind of going for the subtle kind of thing today. Okay, I'm going to bring you in and show you what the eyes look like now that it's complete. And it is pretty, but you do have to build it up. So this is what it looks like all done. So it is pretty, but like I said, you do have to really build the colors up. And that pink I like the pink better than I do this orangey color. And then the little highlight color there. I think it's really pretty. And as you can tell, my lashes with that Grande lash, whoops, sorry, with the Grande lash is really, really good. I'm going to leave you in while we use the lip glosses so you can see. I'm going to go in with the darkest one first, and this is Staying Up. And we're going to put a little bit of that on. I love the smell and the taste of their glosses. And it's more like, it doesn't smell as much here, but when you put it on, I don't know, I can't explain it. It just smells good on your lips. I don't know if you've ever tried a ColourPop gloss. They're not long lasting, so by the time you eat, it comes off. But they're pretty, they feel good on the lips, they're not too tacky. And then I'm going to go over it with, let's see, one of these are kind of got more glitter. This one has more glitter to it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this just in the center, and this is just overnight. Yeah, overnight. It's going to go in the center of my lips. And then I'm going to go and tie it up, because I just want to see what all colors look like. So put a little bit of glitter in there. And then to add just a little bit more glitter in, I'm going to use this. And I'm going to add that in. I'm going to drop that on the floor anyway. So that's what it looks like when you do all that. So it's really pretty. So let me show you what the pans look like now that I've kind of messed them up a little bit, so I can show you what the fallout was in the pan, or the kick up I should say. This is how much, I haven't blown anything off. I blew an edge off a minute ago because it was like into the other color. But this is what the kick up in the pan looks like. But I had no fallout on my face. I only had one little piece that went right there. Other than that, I had no fallout on my face at all. So the value is there. I mean, I don't know if you've ever bought ColourPops before. ColourPops. But yeah, they're an excellent value for the money. They really are. And usually they have, their pigments are better than what their pigments were in this one. The pigment in this one wasn't as pigmented as they usually are. But saying that, if you layer it, then it layers up nice. And the mattes are really, really pretty. You just have to, like I said, you really have to layer it. But once I layered it, it was good. And if you're heavy-handed, then you'll be okay. I'm just not heavy-handed with putting on my colors, because I like I said, I like to be more careful with how much I put on, because I don't like a lot of fallout on my face, since I don't do my eye makeup or my face makeup after. Some people do their face makeup after, so they can go on heavy-handed because they're gonna clean it up anyway. But I don't. I do my face makeup first, since I have to draw my brows on. And I've tried doing like just my face makeup up top. That way I could do my brows and then do the rest after. But then I find that my my primer or my moisturizer or whatever just doesn't settle right. And there's no transfer on the teeth, by the way. So that doesn't work for me. I'm adding more blush on because for some reason the blush doesn't seem like it's staying on. And it's that fast as soon as it comes off. And that's one thing I have noticed about their powder blushes. They're not long lasting. Now their other blushes, their Super Shocks are. And they have one of their Super Shocks. It's a highlighter. It's called Stole the Show. I'm not sure if they still have it, but it's a Super Shock highlighter. I don't know if you've ever tried their Super Shocks before. You have to use a flat brush, like for instance, something like this that's more of a dense brush like ColourPop, like Bling Brush, and you tap it in. I'm just going to show you what it can do. And they're really soft, but you can put that on over top, and then you can take, actually I like using this one. I like using my little kabukis. And that just kind of pops it in a little bit more. You can also use your fingers. Do that. So it just kind of gives you a little bit more if you want to use the Super Shock. They're creamy, but they're not full cream because it turns into a powder when you put it on. If that makes any sense. Anyway, that's it. I just wanted to do a quick review of that. I don't know if quick's not the word for me because I don't know what the hell quick means. I'm sorry, my videos just go on and on because I talk too much. Anyway, I need to do this other video so I can get that loaded for you guys. Overall, the reason I bought the palettes in this collection was because I have a thing about ColourPop. Like when they come out with stuff, I don't always buy their stuff. I didn't even know what ColourPop was until not even a year ago. It was like 6 months ago, and then I just have kind of gone on the ColourPop wagon. Right now I have a total, I counted my palettes the other day, my eye palettes. I have 115 eye palettes, and I just ordered a few more. Actually, I just got that one in, so I got 116 eye palettes. I know that's crazy. I'm not bragging. God, I'm not bragging. I was like floored when I counted that, because just like 2 months ago it was at 70 some. So I was like, oh my God, I need to slow down. I need to stop this. I've only got a couple more coming, so that's a good thing. I'm not like trying to overdo it by any means. But I just got on a ColourPop wagon and I kind of got a lot of their stuff. And then when the blush crush and stuff come out, I didn't get those. So when these came out, I was kind of having a little withdrawal from ColourPop since ColourPop wasn't allowed to do any sales since their warehouse got shut down because of the virus. And I was like, okay, I gotta have it. Let me have it. Let me have ColourPop. And I got them. That's the only reason I got them. And they're pretty. But if I had to go back and do it over again, I probably wouldn't get them. Just because the fact that they are neutral and they're pretty much the same colors that's in the Bare Necessities and a couple of other colors. Because all the palettes are kind of similar because they have a lot of releases. And that's one thing I don't like about ColourPop is the fact that they release so much. For a while there, they're releasing like every single week. And you can't keep up with it. So if you're a ColourPopaholic like I am, you go broke just buying ColourPop. That's why their palettes are priced so cheap. I mean, like $12 palettes is really good price. I mean, they're excellent price. Don't get me wrong, excellent price. So if you're on a budget and you want to buy palettes that are really good formulas, then ColourPop is definitely the way to go. And the good thing is you can buy them at Ulta, most of them. You can buy at Ulta. So, if you're not able to, get them from ColourPop. If you don't like ordering online and you want to go into your local Ulta, it's the way to go. It really is. Anyway, I need to get off here because this video's gone too long. You guys have a wonderful day, evening, weekend, whatever time of the day you're watching this, whatever time of the week you're watching this. Thank you for coming and joining me. I truly, truly appreciate it from deep, deep in my soul and deep in my heart. I love you guys. You guys mean the world to me. Thank you for all that you do. And the thing that you need to do as far as this, I want you, and I'm going to open something. Since this was the one that I liked the best, I want you to look at this palette. Let's see, this is the one I like the best. I want you to look at this, and let me see if you can see the names really good. Yeah, you kind of can. I want you to look at it. Can you see the names? If you can see those names, let me read them to you before my time runs out. Okay, I'm going to read you the names, and I want you to look at them. We have Kindred, Infinity, Sky High, Stellar, whoops, I dropped them, Stellar, Moonrise, Lil Dipper, Nebula, Intergalactic, and Alter Ego. To win the giveaway that I'm doing, not only will you have to leave your contact information down, follow me on Instagram, and subscribe to my channel, but I also want you down below with no explanation, no sentence, like no long sentence saying this is blah, blah, blah. I want you to tell me your favorite shade in that palette. And do not write my favorite shade is. Just write the word. Just write, like, if your favorite shade is Kindred, just write down your Instagram name or whatever it is and just write Kindred. That's all I want you to do. Because I don't want anybody else to say, well, you know, okay, I'm just going to write that down. I just want you to literally write down, like if you're, like for instance, my Instagram handle is Jenny_Survivor. So down below, you would write Jenny_Survivor Kindred. That's it. Because I don't want anybody else to kind of get an idea of what you're doing. So that's all I need you to do, okay? Instagram or whatever other way to find you. Subscribe, follow me over there if you have an Instagram, and then write that word of whatever your favorite color is in the palette. And this drawing will go on to the 15th. So on May 15th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be drawing the winner. You have 24 hours after I contact you. If you do not contact me back in 24 hours, then I go to the next person. It is a random comment selector that I use. It's an app I use. And all I do is click the button and it selects somebody. And that's how I choose my winner. You do have to be 18 or older or with a parent's permission. And you do have to be in the United States. I do not do any international shipping right now. I did look into it, and there's so many restrictions on right now, and the cost is outrageous to ship. So as of right now, I am not unfortunately doing that. I am looking into maybe doing a gift card situation. I'm thinking about doing one for my birthday in July. So just thinking about it. I talked to my husband the other night about it, and he thinks it might be a good idea. So we are thinking about that. So just look for that. And of course, I do have my other giveaways in May. And this box down here, we'll see how that goes. I need to film that video now. But I'm sorry, again, this video went on. I wanted to get it done in under half an hour, and we see how that went. I didn't do too good. So I don't know what to do, guys. I need to somehow get these videos shorter, and I try so hard. I mean, I don't even do my foundation on here, and I still get them long. I just don't know. I just like talking to you guys. It makes me feel good. You know, I love being able to converse with you. I love the comments and stuff, and I feel so good when I do this. So bear with me, and thank you for being here and for putting up with my long videos. I really, really appreciate it. If you like my videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Do that for me too. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I'm on here running my mouth again. Thank you guys. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget what I always say. Take care of each other. Be good to each other, and I'll see you in the next one.